Hello, my name is Roger Cullen. This video is going to be in English, but just for 1 minute I'm going to speak Portuguese because I'm going to send a message to my mother. Today's Father's Day and my mother's been the best father for me, ever. So yeah, just for 1 minute and I'll get back to English right after. Então esse vídeo aqui é pra você porque hoje é dia dos pais, né? Então parabéns. Eu sei que você fica assistindo meus vídeos enquanto faz as coisas em casa, então esse vídeo vai ser bem longo, justamente pra isso, pra dar bastante tempo de você fazer todas as coisas de casa enquanto assiste o meu vídeo, então... essa é uma história de uma família, na verdade. Uma história de uma família chamada The Thorks. Tem legenda em português pra você, que eu coloquei especificamente pra você. Então, aproveite o vídeo. And now, without any further ado, let's get started. And if you learn any new words, any vocabulary from this video, please leave a comment down below telling me which words you've learned. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. This story started a long time ago, back in the days when Vikings were still around. This is a Viking family, the Thorks. This is Olaf, the father. This is Ingrid, the mother. This is Eirik, the oldest child. He's only 12 years old here. This is Astrid, the youngest one. She's only 6 years old here. And this boy is Kaller, 9 years old. You might have noticed that Kaller looks different from everyone else in his family. All of them are really white and blonde. Kaller has dark hair and his facial features are completely different from everybody else from his family. One day, little Kaller asked his mother, "Mother, why do I look so different from my siblings?" And his mother said, "Please, son, ask your father. He'll tell you everything." And so he went to his father and asked, "Father, why do I look so different from my brother and my sister? So different from you and Mom, and I'm even different from everyone else in the village." And his father said, "Son, it doesn't matter. I will not answer this question. Just bear in mind one thing. You are my son, and therefore you are a true Viking. Stop thinking about things that won't lead you anywhere." Kaller wasn't satisfied with that answer, but he just went outside in order to chop firewood, which was one of his chores. Kaller had many different duties. He had to chop wood, clean the barn and the whole yard, do the dishes and take care of his little sister Astrid. Eirik, his older brother, had but one duty: accompany his dad everywhere he went. In the morning, Olaf taught Eirik to become a farmer by teaching him how to plant and harvest. In the afternoon, he taught Eirik how to fight like a fierce Viking, preparing him for future adventures. Kaller looked at them thinking, "I look different from them and I'm also treated differently. Why do I have to clean and do the house chores, whereas my brother goes out and learns the Viking arts? Am I even a Viking after all?" In the evening, Kaller walked up to his brother and asked him, "Eirik, do you know why I look so different from everyone else from this family?" Eirik said, "I do. I'll tell you, but please don't tell anyone I told you." Kaller said, Don't worry, I won't tell anyone." Eirik then said, "You're not really my brother. Your family was killed by Vikings who invaded your original country. You are the only one who survived the raid. And my father decided to bring you back home and raise you as his own son." Kaller was shocked, and then he asked, But did Dad kill my family too? My real family?" And Eirik said, No, he was against attacking your village. He was the only one who actually protected you." Kaller remained silent and didn't tell anyone what he had found out. One evening, Ingrid got really sick and Olaf called his children and said,
Children, I need to take your mother to the healer who lives in the highest mountain to the north. The trip will take 2 days, and I have chores for each one of you. Eirik, you will take care of our horses and of our farm. You also need to practice 2 hours every day with the sword I gave you. Astrid, my little doll, you be in the house all the time with your brother Kolla. You will not leave the house for no reason at all. And Kolla, my son, your duty is to clean the house and cook for your siblings. And you're not allowed to leave the house under no circumstance. You need to take care of your little sister. Kolla got furious and asked, why can Eirik go out and practice with his sword, and I have to stay here in the house cleaning and cooking? It's unfair. Olaf then said,
Do as I say.
Kolla then said, I'm not even your son. I'm just a slave to you. Ingrid then intervened. Son, please, just take care of your sister. We can talk about everything when we come back. Kolla, who loved his mother, just said, yes, mother, I will take care of her. But he didn't. As soon as he was left alone with his sister, he told her, Astrid, I will leave home for 2 hours, but don't open this door for anyone. It doesn't matter who knocks on the door, don't open it. Just remain silent, and don't tell Eirik that I left you alone. I'll be back before lunchtime. You just stay here. Don't move. He then went to the forest behind their village in order to practice sword fighting by himself. He stayed there for 2 hours, struggling to handle the heavy sword. But then at last he realized that he would need an instructor. He couldn't do that by himself. He thought that he could ask his brother to teach him everything he knew before his father returned with his mother, and he decided that that's what he would do. Yes, he would ask his brother for help. Kolla walked back home, but already from afar he could see that their door was wide open. He thought, I can't believe my stupid sister left home. And he ran to his house and he couldn't find his little sister anywhere. He screamed, Astrid! Astrid! Where are you? He heard nothing. Nothing in the house. Nothing in the bedrooms. Nothing in the yard. He went back into the house and only then he noticed many large footprints all over the place. Oh, Odin! Someone kidnapped my little sister! Previously on the Thorks. Eirik told Kolla that he's not his blood brother and that he was actually brought home by his father Olaf to be raised as a Viking after having his whole family murdered in a Viking raid 9 years ago. Olaf and Ingrid went on a long journey and would only come back home after 2 days. In the meantime, the kids would have to stay home by themselves. Eirik's duty was to work on the farm and practice sword fighting, and Kolla had to stay home taking care of his sister, cooking and cleaning. Kolla disobeyed Olaf's orders and went to the forest to practice sword fighting. When he returned home, Astrid had been kidnapped. Now without any further ado, let's start episode 2. Oh, Wooding, my sister is being kidnapped! Kolla then decided to follow the muddy footprints, and luckily the weather was dry. It was neither raining nor snowy, so it was easy to follow those footprints. By doing that, he was led to the shore. At the shore there were 4 wooden tents. He got into the tents and looked for clues which could help him find out who had taken his sister. He found some objects such as old vases and stuff like that, but nothing really important and nothing else. Then he looked outside and he found Astrid's hairband. Kolla was now sure that these people who were in the tents were the ones responsible for Astrid's disappearance, and they have obviously sailed away by boat or ship. Kolla was desperate and he needed help, so he ran to the farm in order to tell Eirik everything. And that's what he did. He found Eirik and told him everything. Eirik then asked Kolla to take him to the tent again. Kolla took him there and Eirik rushed into one of the tents and screamed, Kolla, come over here! I found something! Kolla went inside and Eirik was holding a dagger and said, This dagger was under that rock. It has a foreign inscription on its holder. Maybe someone can identify where it has come from. And it's a very good clue where we must go to rescue Astrid. It was a relief for Kalle, he thought. There is at least one clue to find my sister. And he said, Eirik, thank you for coming here with me. Thanks to you, now we have a clue to find our little sister, because you found this dagger. But it's so weird. I had looked for clues everywhere and I didn't find it. Eirik said, You didn't look under the rocks, brother. It's the first place you should look. My father taught me that. Kalle said, Oh, Olaf has never taught me anything. All he asks from me is cleaning and cooking. Eirik said, Stop calling him Olaf. You should call him father. Even though he's not your blood father, he is your father. He saved you when you were a kid and brought you here to his house. Kalle said, Okay, but do you know anything else about my real family? Where were they from? Maybe I can still find some relatives. Eirik said, Yes, I know some things about them, but that will have to wait. We need to find Astrid before our parents come back. We need to focus. He then suggested that they should go to Havok, the Viking leader of that region. The Vikings lived in many different areas, and for this area in particular, Havok was the leader. Kalle said, Okay, let's do it. I'll probably be punished because I didn't protect Astrid properly, but I truly deserve any sort of punishment. Let's go there. Eirik then said, Yes, but we shouldn't tell him the whole truth. We'll have to lie, because the other Vikings don't like you, including Havok. So if we tell him it was your fault that our sister was kidnapped, he might even order your execution. Kalle asked, But why don't they like me? Eirik responded, Because you're not truly a Viking. I mean, you are now, but, because our father treats you as his own son, everybody treats you as if you were a Viking. That's why nobody bullies you or harasses you. They just don't mess with you because our father is the great Olaf, the strongest Viking in this region. Otherwise nobody would accept you. But our father is away now, and it would be the perfect opportunity for them to get rid of you. As your brother, I must protect you while our father is away. We need Havok's help. But we can't say you left Astrid alone. We will say that 5 men broke into the house and attacked you. We will lie by saying that you tried to fight them. But because you had never had any training on fighting, they knocked you out and kidnapped her. Kalle said, I'm not sure, Eirik. I don't want to lie to the great Havok. What if he finds out? I don't even have bruises from this fight. Didn't really fight. I was away. Eirik said, I can help you with that. You've got to let me punch you in the face and cut your chest with this dagger we found. You need to look as if you had a fight and tried your best to protect Astrid. It will make him respect you. Even though you don't have the Viking blood, he will respect you because you tried your best. Kalle said, Alright, punch me and cut me. I'm ready. Eirik punched Kalle's face and cut his chest with a dagger. They went to Havok's house, explained the whole situation to him and lied that Kalle had fought the kidnappers. Havok looked at Kalle and said,
Olaf made a big mistake when he decided not to give you any proper fighting training. When he comes back, I will talk to him about that. Now let me see the dagger you found.
Eirik handed it to Havok, and the great leader said,
I recognize this dagger and this writing. This belongs to the Anaraki people who live in a small island named Kaz. It is far from here, but I will send 200 Viking warriors to that island and they will kill every Anaraki from this island. It was an enormous offense stealing a Viking's daughter, and it shall never be forgiven nor forgotten. This time we won't make the same mistake we did 9 years ago. This time we'll kill them all and rescue little Astrid.
Eirik said to Havok, Great leader, my brother Kalle was the only one who saw the kidnappers. Maybe you should send him with the Viking warriors, because he'll help to identify and recognize the criminals, and it will be easier to find my sister. Kalle opened his eyes, and he was shocked, thinking, What the heck is it doing? He knows I didn't actually see anyone. I wasn't even with Astrid when she was kidnapped. Why is he asking him to let me go on this raid to the island? Havok looked at Kalle and said,
Kalle, get ready. You will travel with the Viking horde tomorrow in the afternoon. I hope you can help them rescue your sister, and if you die fighting, that's good because you go straight to Valhalla. Now rest.
The boys left Havok's house, and on the street Kalle looked at his brother and asked, "Why did you suggest that I should go with the Viking warriors to the island? I will certainly die. I've never had training, I've never had a fight before. Do you want me to die? Explain your reasons now." Eirik said, "Brother, I have a very good reason to have done that, and you will thank me after I tell you why I did it. I did it because..." Previously on the Thorks. Kalle and Eirik went to Harvok, the great Viking leader, and told him that Astrid, their little sister, had been kidnapped and that they had found a dagger. Harvok recognized the dagger as an Anaraki object and ordered 200 Viking warriors to attack the Anaraki territory on the following day. Eirik convinced Harvok to send his brother Kalle into the battle. Kalle didn't understand why Eirik did that and asked him, "Why did you ask the great leader to send me into the battle? I don't know how to fight. Why'd you do that?" Now, without any further ado, let's start episode 3. "I have a reason to have done that," said Eirik. Kalle asked, "Alright, don't keep me waiting. What are the reasons?" Eirik responded, "Kalle, my brother, I love you and I want you to be a strong Viking like me and like my father, like our father. I don't understand why our father has never given you training on how to battle, nor how to fight with a sword. Perhaps it's just to avoid the other Vikings from harassing you. The other Vikings wouldn't accept if our father taught you the Viking arts. He's still trying to protect you, that's what I believe at least." Kalle asked again, "Okay, but why did you ask Harvok to send me to battle? You know that I don't know how to fight. I've only been taught how to cook and clean. Do you want them to kill me?" Eirik responded, "Hold on, let me explain it better." Kalle said, "No, just answer my question the most concise way possible. You're obviously running around the bush with a long story. I want it to be straightforward. I'll be sent to the Anaraki's territory to fight and rescue Astrid. Tell me everything you know about the Anaraki." Eirik said, "They are similar to the Vikings in a way. They are warriors just like us, and just like us they sail into the ocean in order to conquer other lands. Some decades ago they lived on the other side of the planet. They were very powerful back then. Thousands of warriors attacking other countries and exploring new lands, similar to the Vikings. We did not know of their existence before, but then one of our ships came across one of their ships in the middle of the ocean. Our Viking warriors and their Anaraki warriors engaged into battle, and their leader killed our great-grandfather." Kalle said, Our great-grandfather? The Great Bordark? Olaf's grandfather? I've heard stories about him. People say that he was one of the most courageous Vikings who has ever lived on Earth." Eirik said, "Yes. And he lives in Valhalla now, the place where great Vikings go after death. The Anaraki people then settled on an island to the east from here. For many years the Vikings sought revenge and attacked their island, not only to seek revenge but also to rescue the Vikings who were taken as slaves. But the Anaraki knew how to protect themselves and their island. They have always been excellent fighters and excellent warriors with great strategies, and they know the art of war. But then finally, 9 years ago, the Vikings attacked their island, and this raid was at last successful. The Vikings knew most of the Anaraki warriors were not protecting the island at that moment because they were in a war against other people very far away." Kalle asked, "Let me understand it. The Vikings knew that the Anaraki warriors left their island unprotected and took this opportunity to strike. It happened 9 years ago. You had told me that our father, along with an army of Vikings, attacked my original country. They killed all the population, including my biological family, and I was the sole survivor. Then our father protected me and brought me here and adopted me. Are you saying that I am an Anaraki?" Eirik took a deep breath and said, "Yes, but please let me continue. This is your opportunity to go there, rescue Astrid, and fight against them. It's your opportunity to gain respect here among all the Vikings. Especially because you will go against your people, against your blood. You will deny your own blood in order to honor the Vikings and save Astrid. They will not treat you as a bastard anymore, but as a true Viking and as a hero. I asked the great Havok to send you into battle just because I saw that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you, for us to avenge our great-grandfather. His death shall not be forgiven nor forgotten. Carla said, "Wait a minute, you said that the Vikings killed everyone on the island 9 years ago but me. However, you said that most of the Anunnaki warriors weren't even on the island when it happened. So it means that at least my father must be alive now. Do you know anything about my father?" Eirik said, "Yes, I do. Your father's name is Olaf. You don't have another father. As your older brother, I'm giving you a mission. You go to the Anunnaki island and you will rescue Astrid, and you will fight bravely against this filthy Anunnaki." Kolla asked angrily, "Eirik, answer my question. Do you know if my blood father is alive?" Eirik responded, "Well, he's probably alive. The Vikings essentially only killed women, old people and children when they attacked the Anunnaki 9 years ago. All the male warriors were away in their quests and battles. I know more information about your biological father. Never tell anyone I told you this. I'll tell you everything I know about him, and after that you will want to kill him and all the Anunnaki. Your blood father's real name is Klopakis, the prince of the Anunnaki, and he did a terrible thing." Kolla asked, "What did he do?" Eirik responded, "He did an awful, a terrible thing." Kolla insisted, "Say it!" Eirik said, "He..." Previously on the Thorks. Havok, the great leader, ordered 200 Vikings to attack the Anunnaki island in order to rescue Astrid. Eirik convinced Havok that it would be a good idea to send Kala on this mission and into the battle. Kala asked Eirik why he had done that, and Eirik told him that the Anunnaki people and the Vikings have always been rivals, and that the Anunnaki had killed his great-grandfather. He also told Kala that his biological father's name is Klopakis, the prince of the Anunnaki, and he is probably alive. Kala asked more information about Klopakis, and Eirik said that he was an evil man and he had done an awful thing. Now, without any further ado, let's start episode 4. Eirik answered, "Colin, I know more information about your blood father. Never tell anyone I told you this. Your father's name is Klopakis. He's known as the Prince of the Anunnaki. Your blood grandfather's name is Badish, the King of the Anunnaki. He killed our great-grandfather, and your blood father, the Prince Klopakis, is pure evil. 11 years ago, the Anunnaki attacked a Viking village, and your biological father, the Prince Klopakis, beheaded the Viking leader and 70 other Vikings. People say that he had no mercy. The survivors said that he had pleasure in killing innocent men and women. That's why the Vikings decided to attack back their island. We were attacked before by them many times. That's why you should fight against them. You're a Viking now. You have a loving family here, and we love you. Never forget you are a true Viking, and the Anunnaki are evil. There is more. The Prince Klopakis is known to have killed all of his wives, including your biological mother. Olaf, our father, could have left you there, but he knew he would have a better future with good people like us. Remember, the Anunnaki are evil." Kolla said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know any of that. I'm glad Olaf took me as his son. I don't want to be related to these evil people, but I'm 9 years old and I've never had training on fighting or whatsoever. How am I supposed to do anything? These guys are warriors. I'm a cook and cleaner," Eirik said. "But you look like them. All these filthy bastards look the same. They will think you are one of them, especially during battle. During the battle, they will probably focus on the Viking warriors. They won't even notice your presence, because you look like them. But you must not wear Viking clothes, and you will easily blend among the Anunnaki. Nobody will notice the difference. That will be your chance to walk freely on the island and look for Astrid. Find her and take her to the Viking ship in safety. You will become a legend among Vikings, a myth, a true hero, a true Viking. It's likely that you won't even have to fight," Kolla said. "Do you think I should try to talk to Klopakis, my biological father?" Eirik said, "Stop it, shut up. First of all, Olaf is your father. Second, Astrid is your responsibility. You've abandoned her. Now live up to your Viking name and rescue her. I'm going to teach you everything I know about fighting throughout the night, and hopefully that'll be enough. Don't try to talk to your biological father. He's pure evil. Don't forget that. He's pure evil. He'll try to turn you against us, or even worse, he will even kill you before you even have the chance of talking to him. Eirik then taught Kolla whatever he could in such a short period of time, all night long. In the morning they slept a little, and in the afternoon Kolla had to leave with 200 Vikings towards the Anarakis island. But before leaving, Kolla said to Eirik, "Brother, I'm going to give my best to find our sister. I will blend among the Anunnaki and I'll find her and I'll bring her back. I will do as you've told me." Eirik said, "Yes, I trust you, little brother. And please, if you see your biological father, the Prince Klopokes, don't interact with him. You only have one mission. Rescue our little sister." Kolla said, "I won't interact with anyone. I don't know their language after all. Well, wish me luck. But if I never return, please tell mother and father that I love them. I'm sad that they're not back from that trip yet. I would like to hug them." Eirik said, "Yes, they should be back by now. It has already been 2 entire days. But when they return, I'll tell them that you left this island as a boy and you will come back as a hero among all the Vikings. Now off you go." Kolla got onto the ship and Havok was already there. And he said,
Kolla, I'll go on this mission with you. I won't miss the opportunity to fight against the Anunnaki. Those filthy bastards.
Kolla said to Havok, "I feel better knowing that you are going to be with us. You are an amazing and legendary fighter and warrior, but you are the Viking leader of our area, who's going to take place as leader in your absence." Havok said,
I left my younger brother, Lexar, as the Viking leader in my absence.
The ship then disappeared in the horizon. Eirik then looked at Alexar, Havok's brother and substitute leader, and said, "Alexar, what should I do now?" Alexar looked at Eirik and said,
Go back to your house now. You know what to do.
Eirik went back to his house and cooked dinner. Behind his house there was an old tree, and on top of the tree there was a tree house. Olaf had built this house for Eirik when he was only 6 years old, but he still uses it when he wants to be alone. Eirik climbed that tree and went into the tree house and said, "Astrid, little sister, let's go down into the house. Dinner is ready." And Astrid said,
Yes, brother.
"We need to eat and sleep. We will have a long journey tomorrow." Previously on the Thorks, Havok, Kala and 200 Viking warriors are now on a ship heading to the Anunnaki island in order to rescue Astrid. Havok left Alexar, his younger brother, as Viking leader while he's away. Eirik went back home and Astrid was there. She had never been kidnapped. Now without any further ado, let's start episode 5. In the morning, Eirik took his sister to the shore and a ship was already there waiting for them. Alexar was there as well and he said,
Eirik and Astrid, you'll travel with these men to a big island to the south.
Eirik asked, "Who are they?" Alexar answered,
They're pirates, mercenaries.
"What are pirates?" Eirik asked. And Mosey, the captain of the pirates, said,
My name is Mosey. It means firstborn in my native language. I'm from Tanzania in Africa. I'm the captain of the ship and the leader of the pirates.
Alexar interrupted,
Well, pirates are evil men who attack and rob ships at sea. They're basically criminals and mercenaries, but they do a good job when they are well paid.
Mosey said,
No. Pirates are adventurous. See, there are 25 men on the ship. Each one of them came from a different country, and we got together with the same feeling. We want to be free. We don't want to follow a flag, a country, a king. None of that. We are free. We take what we want. We are not evil, my friend. We are free. And don't you worry. We will take this boy and this girl to the island in the south in safety.
Eirik asked, "And what is our mission on the island?" Alexar said,
You will reunite with your mother and your father there.
Eirik then asked, "All right, but I still don't understand why you made me convince Havok to take my brother to the Anaraki island and why my parents are on this island to the south. You told me I would be able to see my parents again if I did it, and I did it. I did everything you told me to do. What are my father and mother doing so far from here? Are they safe? Because I just obeyed your orders because I feared my parents would get hurt. Can you explain this whole situation now, please? I've done everything you asked," Alexar said.
Don't worry. They're safe and sound. Stop thinking, just do as I say.
Mosey interrupted Alexar again and said,
Alexa, come on, tell the boy everything. Explain your plan to the boy. He's gonna love it when he finds out your real purpose.
Alexar said,
I don't have to explain my reasons to you, Arik. I'm the Viking leader of this region. You just need to go to your parents and be with them. I will bring you and your family back when my plan is done. It shall be soon.
Eirik asked, "But how long will it take?" Alexar said,
Stop asking questions and go with these men onto the ship. There's no time to waste. Eirik, give this letter to your father when you see him.
Eirik said, "Yes, Master Alexar." Eirik and Astrid got onto the ship with the pirates and quickly they disappeared over the horizon. Alexar thought.
Now it's a matter of time.
Eirik looked at Mosey and asked, "Your name is Mosey, right? Please tell me what Alexar is planning. Tell me why he made me lie to Havok about the dagger, and he made me convince him to take my brother Kola to the Anaraki island. What is he planning?"
So Alexa told you to lie to Havok, the great leader. I didn't know about that.
Eirik said, "Yes, he gave me an Anaraki dagger and told me to lie that I had found it in the wooden tent. So Havok thought that the Anaraki had kidnapped my sister, but Astrid had never been kidnapped. When my father went away with my mother on their trip, Alexar came to me and told me to hide my sister, and he basically made me lie to Havok and to Kola, making them believe that they would have to rescue her and attack the Anaraki. But the Anaraki are not involved in this." Mosey asked.
Why did you obey Alexa?
Eirik answered, "Because he said that that was the only way that I would ever see my parents again. He didn't explain anything to me then, and... Please, Mosey, please tell me everything you know, please." Mosey said,
But what do I get if I tell you? Do I get nothing? I don't do things for nothing.
Eirik said, "Well, I will owe you for the rest of my life." Mosey laughed.
I don't need that, but I'll tell you everything anyway. I know the details of Alexar's plans and I will tell you every single thing.
Eirik begged, "Please tell me everything." Mosey then said,
Okay, hold your horses, little one. Alexar has a huge objective that will change the world as we know it. For him, everything's like a chess game, you know. For him to achieve his big goal, he needs to get rid of two important people simultaneously.
Eirik asked, "Who are these people?" Mosey said,
He needs to get rid of Havok, his brother and Viking leader of the West, and he also needs to get rid of Olaf, your father.
Eirik asked, "My father? Okay, I understand that he wanted to get rid of Havok, because without him he will become the West Viking leader, definitely. But why does he want to get rid of my father? My dad is a warrior, he's not involved in politics. And why did he want my brother Kola to go to the Anaraki?" Mosey said,
Oh, Kola is an important piece of this whole chess game. Without Kola, Alexar's full objective and main objective won't be reached.
Eirik asked, "What is his main objective? Please tell me the whole story, Mosey." Mosey laughed and answered,
Little Viking, I told you. I'm gonna tell you everything. It's a long story, sit down. Alexar's main objective is not to be Viking leader of the West. For him it means nothing. He wants something else, something bigger.
Eirik asked. What does he want? Mosey replied.
What Alexar really wants is...
In the previous episode of the Thorks, Eirik and Astrid are traveling with the pirates in order to see their parents. Mosey, the captain of the pirates, told Eirik that Alexar was responsible for everything that had happened. He manipulated everybody in order to get rid of Havok, Olaf and Kolla. Eirik was confused and asked, "Why does he want to get rid of my father and my brother? Okay, I understand that he wanted to get rid of Havok, because without him he'll become the West Viking leader, definitely. But why does he want to get rid of my father? My dad is a warrior, he's not involved in politics. And why did he send my brother Kolla to the Anaraki?" Mosey said.
Oh, Kolla is an important piece of this whole chess game. I'll explain everything to you now.
Now, without any further ado, let's start episode 6. Mosey continued.
Okay, in a nutshell. As you know, the Vikings live in 4 important regions. Hordaland, Uppsala, Jutland and Götland.
Eirik said. Yes, I know everything about these places. Each one of them has a different leader, Mosey said.
Yes, there are 3 Viking leaders and 1 king. And this is very important for you to understand Alexar's plan. Håvak is the Viking leader of Götland, where you and your family live. Jorgeroth is the Viking leader of Jutland. Volo is the Viking leader of Uppsala. And the great Viking king ruler above all the other regions is Ravit.
Eirik said. Yes, people say that Ravit was a great warrior when he was younger. The legend says that he used to ride dragons back in the day. Ravit is Havok and Alexar's father. Mosey laughed.
I don't believe in these legends. I'm a pirate and I've sailed all around the known world and I've never come across anything such as dragons. But anyway, as you might be aware, Ravit, the Viking king, is extremely old now. He will turn 102 years old next year. Now pay attention. Alexar found out that his father and King Ravit will retire next year and he'll pass his crown to Harvok, his firstborn son. Harvok will then become the supreme king above all the Vikings.
Eirik said. I don't understand. Isn't it a good thing for Alexar? Ravit will retire, Havok will be king, and Alexar will then become the Viking leader of our region of Götland. I don't understand. Mosey said.
No, little lad. No. After Havok becomes king, the new Viking leader of Götland will be your father, Olaf, not Alexar. Okay, I see your confused face right now, my little boy. Why Olaf, right? Why Olaf? Why your father? The old Viking families have many secrets, and one of them is that Havok, Olaf and Alexar are brothers.
Eirik said. What? So my father is a prince? My father is Ravit's son? My father is the king's son? Why didn't I know about that before? Mosey said.
Yes, but nobody knows about that because Olaf is Ravit's bastard son. He had him out of his marriage. The only ones who know about that is Ravit, of course, Havok and Alexar. Even your father, Olaf, doesn't know about that. Well, actually he didn't know about that before, but I told him everything when we kidnapped him. I have a big mouth, as you may have noticed.
Eirik said. I get it. Alexar wants to be king after Ravit retires, so he wanted to get rid of his brothers, Havok and Olaf, my father. Mosey said.
Yes, you have understood everything at last.
Eirik asked. But why did he tell me to manipulate Havok to take Kolla with him to the Anaraki island? Mosey said.
Oh, it's a little bit more complicated, but okay. Alexar and Kloporkius, Kolla's father and prince of the Anaraki, have an agreement. Alexar sent Kloporkius a messenger warning him that Havok and Kolla are on their way to the island. At this season, the Anaraki normally keep 100 men on the island while their warriors are sailing. But this time, due to Alexar's warning, there'll be over 3,000 Anaraki warriors waiting for the Vikings at the shore. Thus, Kloporkius will have his son back, and he will kill all the 200 Vikings in Harvok. In exchange, Kloporkius promised that after Alexar becomes king, the Anarakis and the Vikings will be allies and will do business together.
Eirik said. This is outrageous! Vikings and Anaraki working together? This is unacceptable! They have killed my great-grandfather and hundreds of Vikings throughout history. Oh no! 3,000 Anaraki against 200 Vikings. That would be a massacre.
They don't stand a chance. Let me understand. Alexar warned the Anaraki that Havok and 200 Vikings were on their way to attack them. And they're waiting for them with 3,000 warriors at the shore, right? Moses said.
Yes.
Eirik asked. But Kala will get hurt or die too. It doesn't make sense. I thought Klopokius wanted his son back, but how can he survive this massacre? Moses said.
No, little lad. Among those 200 Viking warriors, there are 4 Vikings who work for Alexar. They will be the only ones wearing helmets. They will protect Kola during the massacre. The Anaraki will not attack these 4 Vikings with helmets. Klopokius demanded that as part of the agreement he made with Alexar. Koller will not be hurt. He will be returned to Klopokius. Harvok will die. Olaf is captive with us, and Ravet will retire. So Alexar will be king, and the Anaraki and Vikings will become allies. Really soon, the world as we know it will drastically change.
Eirik asked. Why didn't you kill my father? Moses said.
Oh, but Alexar has paid me to kill him. He has paid me and my pirates to kill Olaf, Ingrid, you and Astrid as soon as you were reunited. So theoretically, we must kill you and your family today. He doesn't want anyone claiming his throne in the future, and all of you have the king's blood running in your veins. But don't you worry, little Viking. I have other plans for you. I will not kill Olaf, your father, and I will not kill your mother, and I will not kill your sister, and I will not kill you.
Eirik asked. So you will betray Alexar, right? Moses said.
It depends on your father. If he accepts my idea, I will betray Alexar. But if he doesn't accept it, I will kill you. I will kill you all, and I will keep working for Alexar. Anyway, I'll have profit. I never do things for nothing.
Eirik said. Please, let's hurry and get to my father. He'll accept whatever you say, and then we can try to save Kala and Havok and the other 200 Vikings before they get to the Anaraki island, Moses said.
Calm down, forget about them. You'll never see them again. There's no time for rescuing Kala anymore. Their ship will get to the Anaraki island in a couple of hours. It's too late for them.
But what are you gonna offer my father? Eirik asked. Mosey replied.
Hold your horses, little Viking. You'll see that soon, in 3 hours. Now go check your sister. Feed her. She must be starving.
Meanwhile, on Havok's ship, Kala asked Havok, Are you anxious about the battle against the Anaraki? Havok said,
I'm not anxious. I'm looking forward to it. These bastards will pay for all the historical damage, for all the historical insolence.
Kala said, I'm a little bit afraid. It'll be my first battle, Havok said.
Alexar told me that nowadays the Anaraki don't keep their warriors on the island all the time, as they used to in the past. They're normally traveling and exploring other lands. We have 200 Vikings on our side. It'll be a piece of cake.
Kala asked, How does Alexar know about that? Havok said.
Oh, you don't know, my little brother. He has spies everywhere, even among the Anaraki. He discovered that specifically at this season, the Anaraki only keep around 70 warriors on the island, and that's why he suggested that we should attack them now. I trust my brother. Damn it, these Anaraki is so dumb. How do you protect your people with only 70 guards on the shore?
Kala said. Well, I feel a little better now, but maybe we shouldn't kill the Anaraki. I just want to rescue my sister. I'm worried about her, that's all. Havok said.
No, bear in mind that you were adopted by Olaf, so you are a Viking. You shouldn't pity the Anaraki. We must get rid of all these bastards once and for all. The Vikings will be the only sea explorers in the world, and the Anaraki will pay for the things they've done to us in the past. They will pay for the things they have done against us. Remember, they have killed hundreds of Vikings in the past, and now they have kidnapped your sister. We must teach them a lesson.
As the Viking ship approached the island, Kala and Havok could see thousands of Anaraki warriors, all equipped with weapons and spears at the shore, just waiting for them to anchor. Kala then said, It seems they were aware we were coming. Are we going to give up? Can we still turn around and go back? We'll be killed. At this moment, Yundar, one of the only 4 Vikings wearing a helmet, screamed.
Look behind! There are 2 Anaraki ships behind us, 2 Anaraki ships on our right and 2 Anaraki ships on our left. We can't go back. We're forced to keep sailing towards the island.
Kala was desperate and said, We don't stand a chance. Let's raise the white flag and surrender. I'm Klopokius' son. Maybe they'll listen to me. Let me try, Havok said.
No, we shall never surrender. A Viking never gives up. If we die, we will die with honor. Viking warriors, listen to me.
We are 200 today, but we will fight as 200,000. We will fight for our country, for our families, for Astrid. We'll fight for our honor, but above all, we'll fight for our glory. I am proud of every one of you here. If we die, we will celebrate together in Valhalla tonight.
Yonder said, Captain, let's go faster. I'm really looking forward to the battle.
If you want to know how it continues, please watch the 7th episode.